So welcome to day number 2. I just want to share, I'm really excited about this segment because magnesium was really one of the keys for me in recovering my health and particularly in alleviating my chronic pain. I broke my neck many years ago, and as a result of that, I had a spinal fusion and a discectomy. I crushed the fifth vertebrae, cervical vertebrae. And for so many years, chronic pain, the nerve pain was excruciating. And I had gotten to a point where I really wasn't able to use my arms much. I certainly couldn't raise my arms above my head. And just turning my head from side to side was a huge issue. I could almost pass out. It was pretty uncomfortable. And it really affected also my cognition. And I remember that was probably the worst of it, really. I would be reading a book, I'd read the same paragraph 4 times and just get exhausted because I couldn't remember what I just read. I'd be standing in the grocery store in the aisle and just break down in tears because I couldn't remember what I'd come for, and I knew it was something important. So that was probably the most frustrating and the worst part of being not only in the chronic pain, but just not being able to think clearly. So iodine is our key in getting the brain back on track, but now magnesium comes in as a direct application to your area of pain. And so, of course, we're talking about transdermal magnesium. So transdermal magnesium, so what we mean when we say transdermal, that's absorbing it through your skin. And this is so much more effective than taking magnesium. I hear so many people say, well, I take magnesium and it's not doing anything for my pain. Well, it won't. And mostly why it won't is often forms of magnesium that we're taking orally are actually not in a very bioavailable form, like magnesium oxide, for example. It's like trying to digest a rock. It's not going to happen. So when we take it in through the skin, and we're using magnesium chloride as the base formula in our Miracle Mist, magnesium chloride is the exact form the body needs for uptake. So again, like our iodine, the molecular iodine is very slow moving. It's very difficult for the body to break it down and use it properly. So we give it the nascent iodine. Well, now we're going to give the body magnesium chloride. Your body has to attach magnesium to a chloride ion in order for your body to actually utilize it. So why not just give the body magnesium chloride? That's what it wants. Taking magnesium supplements is ineffective for a number of reasons. One of the main ones is that you're dependent on your digestion to break it down and assimilate it. This is problematic in that most often people will actually get a laxative effect before their body's even absorbed enough of it. When we take magnesium through the skin, multiple things, you can apply it directly to an area of pain, but beyond that, right away, it's absorbed into the skin, through the skin, into the bloodstream. 26 seconds, and it's into the bloodstream and moving through the body. A lot of people don't realize that magnesium chloride, and your doctor has probably never even heard of this, but magnesium chloride is in fact clinically proven to regenerate nerves. And every doctor should know this because it is one of the quickest solutions to nerve pain. And beyond just masking the symptoms of pain, it's actually going to help to repair the nerve damage. Some of the main symptoms of magnesium deficiency include fatigue, lethargy, poor digestion overall, problems with veins and blood flow, like varicose veins, spider veins. What happens when we become deficient in magnesium? The veins begin to calcify and they can actually become rigid and more brittle. So they're easier to tear. Then the body needs to produce cholesterol to help to try and patch those tears. So you might also see elevated cholesterol. So magnesium is one of the keys in that keeping the cholesterol down. And how it does that is by keeping all the veins and the blood flowing freely through the veins, by keeping the veins supple and soft. Why magnesium can be so dramatic against pain is as soon as you apply that, what it does straight away, it's going to increase circulation, flush away inflammation. So that can be really dramatic as a pain relief and as quick as for some people, it's pretty instant. Generally, I say, give it a half an hour, let it really soak in and you can see the results. But often people will say within moments that already the pain has been alleviated. And in fact, we've actually seen it stop a migraine headache in its tracks just by applying it behind the neck, hairline, behind the ears, jaw. Right away, relaxing all those muscles and tissues, increasing the circulation through the brain, and right away, just stopping that thumping head, stopping the blinding flashing lights. The person sat for a few minutes after the application and said, look, I can't believe this. It's actually stopped. and generally once they got to that point where they were seeing the aura, that was it. They would be down and out for days with the migraine. So very impressive results, very dramatic, very quick. For me, it was about 3 months in using it regularly. And I had to use a lot initially because I was in some serious discomfort. But 3 months in, I was no longer getting bouts of paralysis and I was out of chronic pain. So for me, that was pretty dramatic. If you've used transdermal magnesium before and did not get really dramatic, amazing results, it could have to do with a few variations. It could have to do with the formula and how the formula is prepared. The Miracle Mist is so dramatic because we add a few components into that mineral matrix, and we also do a whole structuring process, which makes it completely unique. The mineral components that we add in MSM, which is excellent in and of itself for pain relief and as an anti-inflammatory. But why we've chose to add that also into the Miracle Mist formula is because it'll actually open the cells and it allows the magnesium to be drawn into deeper tissue more quickly. So it speeds the results, and it also then doesn't sit with an uncomfortable residue left on the skin. It generally will absorb very quickly. Within 10 minutes, it's fully absorbed. The other ingredient that makes Miracle Mist really remarkable is the touch of boron that's in the formula. And why boron is added and why it's so crucial is that most of our soil is so dramatically depleted in boron, and we need it in trace amounts. It's a key nutrient. Without boron, your body loses its ability to really hold, retain, and utilize minerals properly. So as a key nutrient in the mix, it's what allows your body to get the maximum benefit from the magnesium and the MSM. There was quite a bit of trial and error in creating the Miracle Mist formula. My partner and I tried several different types of magnesium chloride, and a lot of them are coming out of Holland, for example. Some are coming out of China. These have a lot of particulates in them. And not that the particulates are necessarily a bad thing, but a lot of people can find them quite irritating on the skin. So the purest magnesium chloride that we could find comes from the Dead Sea. It's, of course, really nutrient rich. The concentration of it tends to be much higher than it is in other brands. Purity in the magnesium chloride is one of the essential keys to making an extraordinary transdermal product. The adding of the MSM, the boron, all part of the formula, making it really quite extraordinary. In addition to that, we do a whole Tesla scalar vortex structuring process. And this is really significant in that it changes the molecular coherence in a substance. The technology is utilizing many different components: optical quality quartz crystals cut into different geometric patterns, gold filament windings. It's in an amplifier system. It's also using inert noble gases and near infrared. So all of this is coming together in the formula because this imparts into the formula a coherence of structure on the molecular level, allowing it to be more bioavailable. And in fact, some studies were done showing that the near-infrared component actually amplifies the nutrient content. As part of the structuring process, we're also using quantum sound in the Tesla scalar vortex device. And in this frequency, the sound frequency, we've chosen to work with the 528 hertz. Any sound frequency can actually be used through this technology. But 528 hertz has actually been demonstrated by biochemist Steve Kaminsky to repair DNA. It actually is the vibrational frequency of the 6 clusters within the DNA helix. So it actually, through resonance, will actually restore the DNA patterning. This means that if there is a chronic underlying pattern in the body, this can become a repetitive pattern, and the body may have difficulty in erasing that information and restoring health. Utilizing the Tesla scalar vortex and that frequency information and restoring the DNA back to its original blueprint, back to its original pattern, that can help to alleviate any of the dysfunctional chronic information holding patterns that are set up in the body. Beyond pain and fatigue is magnesium's amazing capacity for stimulating your body's production of glutathione, which of course is the master antioxidant. So we need glutathione. That's what just really keeps us in an optimal state of health, keeps the body absorbing nutrition and detoxifying on the cellular level. Magnesium is the key for over 350 enzyme functions in the body. So what does that mean? Enzymes are essential for your body to be able to absorb nutrients, to break down nutrients, to utilize them in keeping your body's energy, vitality, and health optimal. So consider your magnesium, your miracle mist, as a rescue remedy. Any muscle cramping, you'll be blown away. You apply it and it's virtually instant relief on a muscle cramp. People don't believe it until they try it, because straight away it'll relax the muscles and tissues, so it's going to let it go.
Yeah.
Well, we've covered the foundation for your house, the walls of your house, and tomorrow we're going to look at what we need to build the roof of the house. And I know you know what this is, but you might be very surprised to hear just how significant and critical this key nutrient is for the synergy of all levels of your house coming together. So join us tomorrow and we will explore the roof of your house thoroughly. Don't forget to click the download below.